Then we had the looming economic recession, rising interest rates, and of course the geopolitical pressures that we all know that's going on. In this unsettled environment, it's no surprise the CEOs and organisations and their leadership teams are prioritising, drawing down on creating, strengthening resilience across their organisations. But what we're seeing now is organisations are having to do things differently, fundamentally and significantly differently. We started with COVID, but now, 3 years later, we're also in a very different world. Recently, 2,000 CEOs were surveyed by PwC earlier this year, and it came to light that many of them realised they wouldn't be in existence in the next 10 years if they continued to operate the way they did. So CEOs and organisations are acutely aware of the challenges we're facing. But how do we lean into this, and what do we need to be doing? What we're seeing happening is certainly the impact of 4 major trends impacting the work and the workforce. The rise of what we saw as Gen AI take over our worlds in December last year, rise to the occasion of fundamentally shifting how jobs are getting done. Typically, we've looked at productivity measured through manufacturing plants, technology sites. What we're going to be seeing now is Gen AI really look at targeting some of those middle management roles as we started moving out of the knowledge industry and more into a technology disruption space. What we're seeing in Gen AI is just the beginning. What we can anticipate in the next 5 years is it fundamentally shifting everyone's job. We're certainly seeing changes in how organisations and shifting organisational cultures. We're seeing employees having greater expectations of their organisations and how they want to be led and managed. And we still have this ongoing debate around hybrid working. And again, this is just the beginning of what we're going to be looking at, is organisational shifts fundamentally changing how we work. We also know that there is an expectation around how leadership needs to shift. Our expectations on leaders has never been so empowering as it is today. We have more expectations on what we want from our leaders. And that expectation is being heard loud and clear. If something happens and a leader doesn't perform to expectation, we know it right down the world. And we've seen just out in the last few days play out with OpenAI and the conflict between the CEO and the board. So what does it mean for leaders today? It means we need to lean into these challenges. Think for big ideas and suggestions and be more innovative about how we actually solve some of these problems. In 2019, just before COVID, I participated in a research study